everybody, welcome back to the clinicaltrialsguru.com. Once again, that website address, in case you don't know it by now, is the clinicaltrialsguru.com, where we discuss clinical trials in plain English every single day. And we've got a lot of exciting things coming up for this website shortly. You guys are going to love it. But for now, I wanted to talk about an issue that is kind of at the core and kind of at the heart and center of clinical trials, and that's people's motivations for joining clinical trials. So there's countless reasons why someone would want to join a clinical trial, or someone may not want to join a clinical trial, and only that individual and maybe the people closest to that individual will know why the person wants to join a clinical trial. And there's countless reasons. You've seen, we interviewed people who had no medical insurance, but they were looking to join clinical trials to get some type of medical treatment, even though clinical trials, as we've said before, are not treatments. But as far as these people are concerned, a clinical trial is better than no treatment at all. So a lot of people join clinical trials for that reason. Some people join clinical trials looking for better treatments than what they are already getting from their doctor, or what's already available on the market. They may hear about a promising new drug in a clinical trial, and they may want to join a study for that reason, to find better treatments. Some people, especially for depression studies, or studies where people are not feeling that great about themselves, they just want to get out of the house and interact with people, and sometimes they feel like clinical trials does offer that and does provide that. I've certainly seen that in many cases with the studies that we do at my company, South Coast Clinical Trials. So sometimes people just want to get out of the house, have something to do, and even if they get placebo, they still get the placebo effect of just getting out and doing something positive and proactive for themselves. Then you have some people who are hoping for cures, so they join clinical trials because they're trying to get cured of something. We've seen numerous stories of people who have beat cancer because of clinical trials. We just interviewed a guy last week who beat hepatitis C because of a clinical trial. If you want to watch that interview, I suggest you do that. Just type in on our search bar on the blog, type in hepatitis C, or just click on the interview button. It's like a big tag on the side of our blog, interview, and you'll see his is like the most recent interview that we've done. So some people join clinical trials to get cured. So there's all kinds of reasons for joining clinical trials, and only you can determine what your reason is, and then only then can you be able to make a truly informed decision about whether you should join a clinical trial, number one. And number two, what type of clinical trial. And by the way, I did not mention, a lot of people do clinical trials for the money. It is very true, and we've seen it many times, despite that being kind of a taboo thing to talk about in the industry. We all know, us who work in the industry, especially on certain specific studies, especially the phase 1 healthy volunteer studies, a large number of people do clinical trials to get paid. So that's another reason. But anyways, and none of these reasons are right or wrong. They're just reasons that people have for joining clinical trials. So once you know your own reason and your own motivation for why you want to join a clinical trial, only then can you make a truly informed decision. Nobody else really can make that decision for you. Whether it's your doctor, whether it's a research clinic, whether it's something you've seen on TV, all those people have incentives and different motivations to get you in the study or to prevent you from joining the study. But only you, the actual participant, can know for sure whether a study is right for you and why you want to do that study. So keeping these two things in mind, you can make an informed decision on whether or not you should join a clinical trial, and then which clinical trial you should join. So please become more informed participants. Know your motivations, understand your motivations before you look to getting into a clinical trial. And when you understand these things and you start calling research clinics in your area, you can see whether the clinical trials could potentially match up to your expectations. So it's very important. We're going to keep talking about this until more people understand it, because we're getting a lot of calls at the clinic of people who want to join clinical trials, but they don't know why they want to join. They just want to join. And there's nothing wrong with that either, but you get a lot of people having bad experiences because the clinical trial they end up joining is not what they were expecting. So understand your expectations first, and then look for a clinical trial that can match and hopefully fulfill your expectations. Let us know what you think, and please pass this video around to everyone you know who may be interested in a clinical trial. It's theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Thanks a lot.